Right, hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Science with Dani, where we help students and parents in their science learning journey. All right, so in case if you're wondering who I am, my name is Dani Dawood. I am the teacher and content creator here at Science with Dani, and I am trying to help parents and students in their science learning journey towards that exam, the exam, the end of the year, PSLE. So hopefully this will help you in your journey towards PSLE Science. All right, so if this is the first time that you're here with me, it would really be great if you can click on the subscribe button as well as that notification bell, so that you don't miss any of our future video where I'll be sharing with you ways to answer questions, topical reviews, in order to help you in your science learning. Okay, so today in our question deep dive, we have got another question that we're going to look at from the topic photosynthesis, which is from the theme energy from the upper block. So let's not really delay anymore. Let's just dive straight into the question. Right, so this question here, it reads, Fatima wanted to find out if water plants affect the amount of carbon dioxide in water at different times of the day. All right, so if I am going to look at this information here, this part here, all right, to find out if water plants affect the amount of carbon dioxide in water at different times of day, this is what I call as the aim of the experiment. All right, this is the reason why this girl Fatima carries out this experiment, because this is what she wants to find out. And in the aim of your experiment, you would be able to identify what's the change variable. All right, so in this case, the change variable here is, all right, different times of the day. Okay, so this would be my changed variable. All right, and what will be my recorded variable or measured variable is the amount of carbon dioxide in water. So this would be my measured variable. All right, good. So we know this is what she wants to find out. Okay, different times of the day, does it affect the amount of carbon dioxide in the water? Right, let's take a look at the diagram now. Okay, so I've got water with liquid M. Okay, liquid M. I do not know what is this liquid M. All right, we'll see later on if they do tell us what is liquid M or they tell us what liquid M does. All right, next, I've got my water plant and I've got a container there. Okay, so next part. She placed the setup near the window. All right, so place the setup near the window and added a few drops of liquid M. There we go, liquid M again, to the water. Liquid M changes color as shown below. Oh, okay, liquid M changes color as shown below. So that means liquid M must be an indicator for something. All right, so if we infer back to some of the questions that we have done before, we know that we have got substances that can be an indicator for the product of the production of, say, gases. All right, so in this case, since this is a topic photosynthesis, so that means liquid M must be an indicator for the carbon dioxide in water. All right, so because if the plant is near to a window, we know that, all right, that means there will be presence of light, and with the presence of light there will be photosynthesis happening. Okay, so now we know that photosynthesis, all right, the plant is going to need carbon dioxide, so that means the plant will be taking in the dissolved carbon dioxide in the water. All right, so let's read further. Okay, so amount of carbon dioxide in water, we have a table. All right, it says there amount of carbon dioxide in water. All right, so If it's less than normal, the color of liquid M will be yellow. If it's normal, that means there's no change, it will be red. If it is more than normal, then it will be purple. Okay? Alright, good. So let's look at the question now. What would the color of liquid M be at midday? Alright, so what we're going to do is the color of liquid M be at midday, and then you're supposed to explain. So this is two parts. Alright, first is the what would the color be, and then second part, explain. Right, what is important here is the word midday. Why is this important? Because midday, which is noon, alright, generally, okay, let's not go into the assumption of, oh, what if there's a thunderstorm, what if it's raining, alright, what if somebody decide to switch off the sun. No, we will take general. Alright, so generally midday will have the most amount of light. Okay, it will have the most amount of light during midday. So because the amount of light is the highest, is the most, that means the rate of photosynthesis will also be the fastest. If the rate of photosynthesis is the fastest, then the amount of carbon dioxide that is being taken in by the plant will also be the highest, leaving the least amount in the water. Okay, so because of that, what do you think will be the color of liquid M at midday? Since the plant is going to take in a lot of carbon dioxide, then it is going to be less than normal. Okay, so now we have already identify what are the different parts that we need to write in our answer. So the only thing we have to do is to just structure our answer. So firstly, first part, what would the color of liquid M be? We know that it's going to be yellow. Alright, so that will be our choice or our claim that it is yellow. Okay, now give me an evidence why it is going to be yellow. Alright, and the evidence is where? Midday. Alright, okay, so alright, as it is midday, comma, the amount of light will be the most, alright, in the surroundings. Full stop. Alright, so we know that it's midday, so that means the amount of light is going to be the most. And what does this mean that? So now this is where we are going to put in our science concept. Alright, so you have done your choice, you have given your evidence, and now your reasoning. Why? What is so important about the amount of light being the highest at midday? So this would mean that, alright, the plant will take in the most amount of carbon dioxide, alright, as its rate of photosynthesis, alright, will be the fastest. Full stop. Okay, so what if it is the fastest right now and absorb the most? Thus, comma, there is less than normal amount of carbon dioxide, which causes liquid M to turn yellow. Okay, alright, so this question here is asking you about why, alright, which color is it going to be? So you have chosen yellow. Why? Because midday, where the sun is, or the amount of light is the most, as well as what does this mean? This means that the rate of photosynthesis will be the highest, so it will absorb the most carbon dioxide. That's why liquid M turn yellow. Okay? Alright, good. So you've got a complete answer there. B. What would the color of liquid M, alright, what would the color of liquid M be if Fatima has conducted the experiment in a dark room? Alright, what is important here? Dark room. Dark room means there is no light, which means that, alright, no photosynthesis. So, since there's no photosynthesis, there's only one other process that is gonna take place, alright, which is only respiration. And we know that respiration produces carbon dioxide. So always remember, respiration happens 24 hours, all the time, throughout. Okay, so if there's no photosynthesis, respiration still carry on. Alright, so in this case, if only respiration happens and carbon dioxide is being produced, so that means the amount of carbon dioxide in the water, will it be less than normal, same as normal, or is it going to be more than normal? Then definitely it is going to be more than normal now. Okay, so because it's more than normal, then the color of liquid M will be purple. Alright, good. So since now liquid M is purple because of respiration, we are done. Okay, so do I need to explain further? No, because this question only asks you what would the color of liquid M be. Okay, so yep, this question here is a very easy, simple, straightforward 1 mark answer. Alright, hopefully, okay, today from this question you can see that it is not that very difficult for us to answer and explain question. It's just that we just need to know what is needed to be written in our answer. Right, so this question, what are the concepts that it's testing us? Firstly, it's testing us that carbon dioxide is needed for photosynthesis. Okay, so where does this carbon dioxide come from? It comes from the surroundings. So that's the reason why the amount of carbon dioxide in the water decreases. Alright, and then secondly, alright, the amount of light affects the rate of photosynthesis. Where do we see this? When they use the word midday, which tells us that the amount of light in the surroundings would be the highest. Alright, good. So hopefully that has been a very useful lesson for you. You would have already learned about how to answer a question, as well as what are the concepts that you need to know in order to answer this question. Alright, so thank you for sticking with me to the end of this video. I would really love to see you in my next video, and as well as if let's say you have learned something useful here, give this video a thumbs up, and then don't forget, share it with your friends. Alright, so at least everybody gets to learn. Okay, so this is Science with Dani. I am Dani. Alright, saying goodbye. Bye bye.